This past summer, Dallyn traveled with Mentors to Kenya, where he personally saw the power of our program and met with some of the families whose lives have been changed through mentoring. Please join me in giving a massive welcome to Dallyn Vail Bayles.
There's a beautiful quote from Victor Hugo, who once said, "Is there not in every human soul, and was there not in the soul of Jean Valjean, an essential spark, an element of the divine, indestructible in this world and immortal in the next, which goodness can preserve, nourish, and fan into glorious flame, and which evil can never quite extinguish?" God on high, hear my prayer. In my need, you have always been there. He is young, he's afraid. Let him rest, heaven blessed. Bring him home, bring him home, bring him home. He's like the sun I might have known if God had granted me a son. The summers die one by one. How soon they fly on, and I am old and will be gone. Bring him peace, bring him joy. He is young, he is only a boy. You can take, you can give. Let him be, let him live. If I die, let me die. Let him live. Bring him home. Bring Thank you. I'm just going to step over here to share a couple of the experiences that I had in Kenya. What an experience. It was life-changing for me. Like the song I just sang, where you have this person, Jean Valjean, whose life is changed by the kind act of a bishop. And then through that kind act, he goes out to serve other people, even to the point of being able to risk his life and sacrifice his life for the well-being of another. I saw that kind of love, that kind of friendship, that kind of concern for others demonstrated through these mentors. I had this really neat experience. That's my wife there, that's Rachel. And we were with one of the socios named John, and he had this cyber cafe. And one day we went in and just helped him to paint it, make it look nice, paint the walls white. And while we were there, we attracted the attention of several people in the area, but these children. And my wife brought along a couple of sweets, and so she decided to give one to the children. But what was so interesting is that they didn't eat it. They went and got their friends and brought them over and wanted to make sure that they could get one too. And then they would in turn go get other children in the area until they wanted to make sure that everybody had some of those fruit snacks. And I love that because I feel like that's what these mentors do. We saw people who were willing to share what they had, not because they loved these people. I will always remember while we were when we first met these mentors here in this room, I just was blown away by the caliber of these men and women. There was a question that was asked to the effect of, well, what keeps you going? It can't be always easy while you're working with these socios because, you teach them these principles and then they either ignore it or they don't, or they're not successful, so they get discouraged. What keeps you going? And it was interesting because they just looked at us like that was the stupidest question in the world. And they just said, they're our friends. We love them. And I saw that. I love this beautiful quote from this girl right here on the right. Her name was Marcy. She'd only been there for 3 months. And the question was asked her, what has impressed you the most being here at Mentors? And she just said, people have great potential. You just need to encourage them and help them to know that they can accomplish what they have in their hearts and minds. They can do it. These mentors went out and they did just that. I wish I could just share so much more with you. But I would like to sing a song to this effect, that these mentors go out to change people's lives for good. And I'd like to bring out my dear friend and singing partner, Amy Shreve Keeler, to sing this song with me. Dear Amy is, thank you, yes. Is an incredibly talented performer, has worked a lot with the Walt Disney Corporation throughout the world and does a lot of local theater and is an incredible person. And so we'd like to sing this song for you, For Good.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Now I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I am who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
It will maybe that we will never meet again. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made from what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you,
Because I knew you, I have been changed for
good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for.
But then I guess we know there's blame to share,
And none of it seems to matter anymore. I can calm it home from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you,
Because I knew you,
because I knew you, I have been changed for good. No doubt about it, these mentors are out doing good. I just want to share a couple of the stories of some of these socios. There was a young man by the name of Vincent over here with that motorcycle, and he decided he was going to do a courier service. And as he has been learning from his incredible mentor, Lillian, he's had some struggles. But it was amazing to sit in on their small lesson where they teach them these principles of entrepreneurship, principles that help them to get into the right mindset to keep going, even when things are tough. And I was just so impressed with her. Her gentleness, her knowledge, her encouragement. I saw a master teacher at work. And I don't know if she really sees herself that way, but her love, her concern for this young man shined through, and it was beautiful to watch. Gloria, down here, is a hairstylist, and she has her Glow Salon. And look at that little shanty there. You know, when I walked in there, I'm like, girl, you shouldn't be here. Your talents deserve to be in much bigger, better places. But no, I was wrong. She's right where she needed to be. She is making so much good out of what she has. And that's what Mentors does. It helps these individuals to be able to make the most of their circumstances and make it beautiful. And look at her. Look how she's presented herself and her shop. It's just really beautiful. She makes something really special there. Even in a circumstance that you'd think there's just no way. I mean, she's right next to a butcher shop and then several other hair salons all down the road there. And yet she's able to thrive. And it was beautiful to meet her. One of the young men that I was most impressed with was this young man over here in the black shirt. His name was Brian. And when he was taught the principles of mentoring from the mentors, they give him this idea that you need to find something you want to do. What do you want to do? And I don't know, I can't remember exactly how he came across this, but he realized that there was a lack of mushroom providers to restaurants. And so he knew nothing about mushrooms or how to grow them. And so he learned on his own. He went and gathered these materials from these farmers where he could compact them and put them on those shelves there. He created this entire shed by himself, putting up the siding, putting up the insulation. He even created these tubes where water would spray out to help keep things moist and humid in that area to be able to spur growth. He is now very successful in harvesting these mushrooms and selling them to these restaurants. And just listening to this young man, he was so determined. He knew he was going to become the biggest provider of mushrooms in Kenya. And that was his goal. And I believe he's going to do it. I have no doubt. Even from this little tiny shed, I can't wait to see where he goes from there. These stories just abound. And it was so beautiful to be able to watch. Just like what Marcy said, that sometimes these people just need a little push. Just need a little help to know that the goals and the dreams that they have in their heart, they can achieve them. They can do it. And I'd like to sing a final song for you called The Impossible Dream. How appropriate. You take people who are in poverty and these kind of circumstances, the world seems like it's just completely against them. And yet mentors go in there, teach them the principles to help them to know how to lift above that. And so I'd like to sing this final song, The Impossible Dream, which is what, to me, Mentors International is all about, helping others achieve that. To fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, love, pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable stars. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach, to reach, to reach the unreachable stars. Thank you. God bless you, and thank you for your support of this wonderful organization.